lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Yeah, Apostle Thomas, bringing it to him, my victory over sin. Every day we struggle. Put your faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. He'll make it happen. When I look, give my review, I see that, oh man, thanking God every day for his master plan. That he's having every human being alive on this earth. When it's all said and done, the best return to the dirt. I ain't the same no more, I don't decay no more. Dating, fornicating ain't my thing no more. My Lord and Savior Jesus gave me victory. Too much sin in my spirit was convicting me. Ride and die day and night on a suicide mission. That's what Satan had me living like the unforgiven. Clear my vision, hallelujah to Almighty Jehovah. My destination, New Jerusalem, a sanctified soldier. My position, highly favored, blessed with the best of life. He took me out the dark so I could walk in the light. Remember 1 year, I was thought full of fear. The devil had me stuck looking at 15 years. Victory in the Lord. Just to see my mama, to see Jesus tell him thank you for being my friend. In my heart, I always knew you'd be there in the end. My sister Sean and Maria, see you made here too. He made you take the early, but thank God you still made it through. I even see my cousin treat the thank God she got saved. Gotta thank Miss Arthur for all the time that she prayed. Grandmama had a special love for all of us kids. Never knocked us or beat us down for things that we did. Now I'm seeing all my time and made it to the promised land. Thank God my grandfather playing in the church band. My father victim, they made it through the holy gates. A lot of saints is on the way. What a victory.
Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday. This is your favorite entrepreneur, Charles McCutchen. Hope everybody's doing well today. And I don't know where you are in the world, but right now over here in the Virginia area, it's raining, but we have to make the most of it. So every Monday, 6 p.m., we bring the finance, we bring the business, the nonprofit, the real estate. And what we're doing is, for the way I look at this, it's all about financial freedom. And I saw somebody post something online today, and he asked the question, are you chasing wealth? Are you chasing money? Or are you just kind of just working day by day? And I see a lot of people post, I'm chasing wealth, I'm chasing money, I'm chasing this, I'm chasing that. And the way I look at it is, for me, and I think everybody needs to look at freedom. Because when you have freedom, and I think freedom means something different to everybody. And the guy asked me, because I'm chasing freedom. And he asked me, what do you mean by that? Who can give you that? And for me, freedom comes with everything. Freedom comes with everything we have as far as time and money. So some people say, you can always make more money, but you can't make more time. And some people I hear say time is money. And I have to say that, to me, doesn't make sense, because you can always make more money, but you can't make more time. So with that, to me, when money and time can meet or they overlap, that's when you can get the freedom. To me, freedom is being able to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, with who you want to do it with, for as long as you want to do it, because you want to do it. That's freedom. Freedom is not asking for permission. So a lot of people won't get the freedom. And I saw another post where a lot of people were putting, the jobs that they had. So I posted, with everybody, with all these great jobs that we have, is that your only source of income? I ask everybody, can you be let go? And are you the boss of that particular job? And if you're not the boss, then you can get let go. We have to look at Kaepernick right now, football player, quarterback. For those who don't know, he's out of a job right now, and he's not the owner. So he can't demand they give him a job. So he's going around, he's looking for more work. And that's what a lot of us do. We put ourselves in a position to where we only have one stream of income, and then that kind of hurts us in the long run, to where you might be out of work for about 4 or 5 months, but the one thing that stays constant in all of our lives are bills. So bills keep coming in, and you don't have a job, and bills keep coming in, and you don't have a job. So some people are going 6 months to a year without having a job, but the bills keep stacking up. So now you're playing from behind the 8 ball, trying to play catch-up. And it's just one of those things. For me, I look at everybody, and I ask people, what do you want to do? Like, what do you have right now in your arsenal that you don't need to go out and get more training for? Because we all have a skill set. We all have something that we can train somebody on. We all have something that we know something so good, backwards and forwards, that we can actually just, tell people about our craft. The thing I ask people to do is to find a way to turn that into making a profit from what you know, because we all know something. So you turn that into making a profit, and if it's something that you love doing, people will pay you for it if there's a need for it. It has to be a need. You have to find something that's in demand and say, okay, people are demanding this. Now, how can I get this to them, and what do I want to charge for it? And so I see a lot of people that's charging things for it, and some people, I'm going to take my world, some people charge for the real estate world, $50,000 for their knowledge. And some people are charging $100 for their knowledge. But thing is, it's all about what that knowledge means to that person that's purchasing that information. So knowledge could mean $100 to you. I say we have to price ourselves accordingly and find out, if we can charge more. Is it going to be, are people going to be able to show something for the knowledge that you give? And I think that's what it comes down to. And a lot of people that I see out there, they need to see, some checks and stuff like that. And some companies show that, be like, Mary made $10,000, Larry made this amount of money. And I'm really not impressed by a check. I'm impressed by what can you do for me? How can this benefit me? I don't know what Mary knows. I don't know what Larry knows, and I really don't care because the money that they have is not going in my bank account. So I'd rather know how you can show me, to Larry on making whatever, money they made, but, there's still not money going in my account. So we look at what you have, and you have to turn it into a business, family. I can bring all these great people, and I know Ms. Kimmy Robinson has a lot of great people that come on these shows, and we can bring all these great people, but if you're not utilizing the information, then you might as well just stare at a brick wall and wait for the paint to dry and just look at that and hope something's going to happen from that, because it's all about action, and it's all about massive action, because we're going to wait and we're going to wait. We're already halfway through the year. And I know if you go back to December 31st, all these great things that we thought were going to happen for 2017, are you there? Are you not? And what do you need to do to get there? And have you given up? And I look at where I am right now. I'm not where I want to be, and I have a great team of people, that I work with, and some mentors that help me out to move forward as well. So it's all about what you want to do and how you want to do it, and getting with the right people with the right information. That's the key. I see so many people, and it was a funny thread today in our real estate group. This guy was mentoring someone, and the guy that he was mentoring said, he's just starting to learn out how to do real estate, and he wanted some advice from him on, steps to move forward. And so as he was mentoring him, he said 2 weeks later, the guy has his own mentorship practice where he's telling people how to do real estate, and he's never done any real estate. And that's the funny thing, but you get a lot of people that take that for gospel. Now you're learning from somebody who's never done anything. And so, you have to look at their track record, look at what they do, who they associate with, and make sure it makes sense to you before you go in. And if you decide to go in, I want you, I don't care what it is, it could be, whatever type of business you go in, there's somebody out there that's probably done something close to what you want to do, without a doubt. Even if it's close to it, you can get their information and find out how they signed up for business credit. How do they start their business? Who do they go speak to? Where are they getting their funding? Have they gotten off the ground yet? There's so many different questions you can ask from a business perspective. And the way I give this out, and I like to give this every time I speak, as far as being a W-2 employee and a 1099 employee, meaning that you, in a sense, are a business, bring that up for the tax purposes. And from Warren Buffett, I do follow him because I know he's a billionaire, third richest person. He goes back and forth from number 2 to number 3 in the world as far as making money. So I follow successful people, and what Warren Buffett has told us is that what's going to hold us back from making, the type of money we want to make, for whatever reason you want to make it, is taxes. Most of us that are W-2 employees are being taxed at an enormous rate, and we don't know it, and we're giving the government a lot of funding back over and over every year. And, some people are happy with it, and some people don't know that even as a business, you can start offsetting some of the taxes and get a tax professional, because that's not providing information of things that I went through and providing some insight to where you can go out and do your own research, do your own due diligence to make sure that you have a better understanding of where you are in the financial world, in the tax world. You don't have to be an expert, and that's the best thing about this thing. You don't have to be an expert, but you need to be able to socialize with people that are experts. It doesn't matter what world you're in. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Charles McCutchen. I'm a best-selling author. I'm a CEO of a nonprofit helping homeless veterans, and that right there is a monster in and of itself, because we have homeless veterans all across the country. I do motivational speaking at different universities, at churches, corporations. I just got a call today, a text today asking me, can I speak at a university coming up. So they just keep coming in, and I'm not really marketing myself, as I could, because I'm heavy in the real estate business as an investor from doing real estate to building commercial property to building single-family homes to just doing residential deals in and of itself. And I know a lot of people understand or know about flipping property, buying and holding property, doing wraparound mortgages, lease options. There's so many different avenues that you can dive into in the real estate world. And I just believe I switched over to real estate because real estate is a great equalizer in doing almost anything that we want to do. I think you can set everybody free personally. And I look at when you do some research on the top wealthy people, like probably in the country, I don't know about in the world, but in the country, USA, you'll see that the majority of them have real estate in their portfolio. And if they have real estate in their portfolio, why should we not have real estate in ours as well? No matter, not to say that you have to become some real estate guru or shift everything to doing real estate. You can do more than one thing. You can own a home. You can rent out a home and do different things of that nature, or educate people on the different processes that come with doing real estate. I switched over to not really switched over, because once you get a book, and let me speak on the book thing for a second. If you look at the different people that you respect out there, that you follow out there, 9 times out of 10, if there's anybody out there promoting their products and services or a seminar or anything like that, they have a book. And my thing is, if they have a book, why shouldn't you? All of us have a story inside of us. You can actually get a book and put it online right now, free of charge. You can put it free of charge online, and you can actually make money from you writing a book. Now, don't look at your book having to be a novel or anything like that, but there are ebooks out there. Those are electronic books out there right now. I know of one right now. It's a recipe book. It's 11 pages, and it's made up to $20,000. An ebook. Now, a lot of people come with, we have a lot of excuses of why we can't do this, but you have to put down whatever you're doing as far as the TV is concerned, as far as the concerts are concerned, as far as hanging out is concerned, as far as traveling and just leisurely just playing around with this thing called life, and take it and do something that's going to leave a mark, leave a legacy for your generations to come, because right now we're responsible for 4 generations. 4 generations of people you're responsible for, whether you want to believe it or not. That's just what it is. And I know a lot of people are not, where we want to be financially, and I'm looking at it from a statistical point of view, looking at less than 96% of people in the U.S. make over $100,000. So only about 4% of the U.S. make over $100,000 a year. And that just tells me that we don't know how to make money. That's all that tells me. And a lot of people are cool with money is not everything, but, some people rank it right up there with oxygen. And some people would choose to not deal with it. Some people say, well, I'd rather than to have money. And my thing is, why can't you have both? You can be happy and have money at the same time. We've just been so conditioned to think that we have to make a choice or choose between happiness and money when you don't. And money won't make you happy. Now, I don't want people to get it twisted. Money won't make you happy, but I'd rather have money and figure that out for myself than to not have money and be sad. That's just me. And everybody's different. And, for those of you who don't need money, who say they don't need money and they can do without it, I'll tell you, stop working for 6 to 8 months. And then at the 8-month marker, get back in touch with me and let me know how life is. Because that's just the way our society is set up. So you may not think you need money, but we need it for shelter. We need it for food. We need it for the basic necessities of our lifestyle. That's just what it is. So you can look at it how you want to look at it. I look at money as a tool to get us to what we need. Money can also get you to your freedom. Money can help a lot of people. So depending on what you want to do with the money that you get, that's definitely up to you. My goal is to help people. And when you help enough people get what they want, you can get what you need. So what I do is I speak at different venues and stuff like that. A lot of people ask me a lot of questions, and then I, in turn, go around and I ask people different questions about things as well. So one of the questions I like to ask people around the country, no matter where I go, I ask, if you could do this life, not really do it over, but if you can have life the way you wanted it, like you could script your life, how would your life look today? And let me give y'all a couple different things that I received. I asked this one lady, and she was, I would say, late 50s, and this is what she said to me. She said, well, I would have to call off for work. I said, hold on, I don't think you understand what I said. I said, if you could have life the way you wanted it, meaning you didn't have to have a job or anything, but life scripted, like you were living the best life of ever, how would your life look today? And she said, well, I would still have to work. And I said, you don't understand what I'm saying here. You don't get what I'm saying. So we kept going back and forth, and she still didn't get it. To me, you have to look at, who you're talking to and what their beliefs are. So everybody believes something about their lifestyle or what they can do. And if you don't believe you can do it, I wholeheartedly 100% believe you. Because if you don't believe it, then nobody else will, and your mindset is already set to where you don't believe that you could do X, Y, or Z. Somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. And majority across the board, they say, I would, I'd pay off bills, I'd take care of my family, I'd travel. Now, travel is the number one thing that I've heard anybody across the board say. And it's just amazing that people want to go to this place or to that place, and they just want to enjoy life. That's basically the whole thing. Some people say, well, I don't know what I would do, and I think that's a sad position to be in because you need to have a big understanding of where you want to be. And I'm going to take it to a different way. So if you don't see yourself in a certain light or in a certain position or having a certain job or a certain business or doing a certain thing, then it's probably not going to happen because you're not dreaming big enough. They're about dreams and stuff like that, but that's how we win. We win by having our dreams, having them written down. But the biggest part of, I think, that people are missing out, you can write it down, but if you don't have it detailed and if you don't have any mentors to help you get to that goal, you're probably going to be working on that for the next 3 to 5 years when you're, in a sense, you're almost probably going to be wasting time. And time is all we have. And I'll give you a quick example of what I mean by time is all we have. So a lot of the time, some people get sick and then they're in the hospital, and then the only thing we care about is spending more time with that person because they don't have that much time. So that's why I know that everything for me revolves around time. When you look at how much you weigh, when you look at what time is it, when you look at people's pulse, you kind of look at how many beats per second their pulse is going. And then that's just how we look at everything we do. This is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to actually take time out of your day, and then I want you to look at everything that you have going on and why you have that going on. What are you going to do about, your life and how you want to change it? So the thing I had to do is I had to get right with myself. I had to get right with myself to understand that, where I was not where I wanted to be, without a doubt. I did not want to be where I wanted to be. I had to make a change, and I didn't want to allow somebody to help me. So what I did, and I really got broken down. I had to be humble into what I was doing. And a lot of y'all have to humble yourselves. And I'm speaking to the six-figure money earners right now. To humble yourself, because a lot of y'all are in a place called I'm good. And I was in that place. The worst place I think anybody can be in is in that place called I'm good. Meaning you're making money, ends are being met. You might not have no time, but you do have a little bit of money. Have some stocked away, and you're just kind of just going through the motions. You probably got money in the bank at like 0.5%. You got money in a 401k, and it's making, you think it's making like 8%, but, we strip it all the way down and take all the fees and stuff out. You're probably making about 5% return on your money, and then you have maybe an IRA here You may have an investment property that somebody's renting out from you right now. I hope I'm not reading anybody. I'm just telling y'all, where I was and where I know I needed to be so I can get to my final destination. So I bring all that up to say that you can't do it by yourself. And all you good people, if that job, if you get let go, I'm pretty sure, you may go out and go find another job. Sorry about that. Find another job. But the thing is, can you give that to your children? Can you pass along your job to your child? Can you pass along your career to your child? If you can't pass it along, in a sense, what you're doing is you're failing your children. We all teach our children to put money in the bank. And it's good to teach them about saving and things like that, but we still have to teach them about saving the right way. And, putting money into a bank that's making you 0.5% is not really teaching them about money. That's kind of like not teaching them at all. So what we want to do is we want to teach them a different way. And it's okay because a lot of people don't know all the ins and outs about the finances and stuff like that. And a lot of us don't want to know, and we just kind of go along with the flow. And that's part of life is learning. And I had to learn, even though, you're making the six figures and you think you Billy the Kid and you just sit on the block that, can't nobody tell you nothing. And I was definitely there. And for those who not making the money, it doesn't matter. It depends on how bad you want it, So it depends on how bad you want it and what you're willing to do to get it. Because the information is out there, but a lot of people choose not to allow somebody to give it to them. I met these two guys. They were 22 years old. I met these two guys at 22 years old, and they taught me about real estate and how they were doing real estate on a whole nother level. They had made $2.1 million, and it shook me up because I'm doing real estate, but I wasn't doing it on that type of level because I wasn't messing with the $1 million deals. I wasn't my dream for real estate wasn't as big as what they were doing. My dream was I was doing single family homes, and I was cool with that until they showed me a little something different. And then I said, okay, well, I'm tired of playing games. Let's go ahead and go big. For me, it's go bigger, go bigger. Go bigger, go bigger, and find somebody who can give you the tools necessary that you need to go bigger. And if your dreams, when you're looking at them, if they don't scare you, if you're not laughing at your dreams, wondering how in the heck are you going to do it, they're probably not big enough. They're probably not big enough. I know some people who are happy, and you can be happy with not much, and that's okay. But the way I look at it, if you're really trying to go for it and if you really want to go for it, you can't do it by yourself. It's not going to happen. What you're going to do is you're going to waste a little bit of time. You're definitely going to waste a little bit of time in trying to get there, how to make big things happen. And that's the biggest thing for me is how to make it happen. Because if one person can do it, my motto is we can all do it if one person can do it. We can all do it. There's no sugarcoating this thing. It's about taking action and writing a plan down and checking it off the list. Because we only have, what is this, July? This is August. August, September, October, November, and then December. And now we're into 2018. And then what we're going to see for 2018, just like everybody knows, we're going to see those memes that come out. And those memes always talking about, I was playing in 2015. I started getting a little serious in 2016. And I kind of formulated a plan in 2017. And now I'm about to go all out in 2018. And it's going to be the same for 2019. Let me give y'all the cold hard facts of what it is. So 2018 is coming, and let me put a guarantee out there for everybody that's listening to my voice right now. And I have to be real about it, and I just got to let you know, for 2018, if you do not get a mentor like now, if you do not, the way you think about everything like now, your 2018 is going to be just like your 2017 and just like your 2017 and so on. Nothing is really going to change if you don't change it. It's not happening, family. And I'm not trying to stab anybody or anything like that, but I'm just telling you what I know and what I've already been through and what I go through and what I hear, because I hear so many people and I see so many people struggling. I know people right now struggling, but they won't grab the lifeline. they won't grab the lifeline, they're going to do. And I feel sorry for them, but you can throw anybody a lifeline, but if they don't want to grab it, you're kind of stuck in what direction you can go. And so all you can do is just tell them, well, God bless you. Tell them God bless you. So what I've been doing, I saw this thing online, and it was about a guy by the name of Ray Kroc. And some of y'all know Ray Kroc by McDonald's. So this guy named Ray Kroc, and we only hear about Ray Kroc when we talk about McDonald's. So he kind of expanded, not kind of, he was the genius behind expanding the McDonald's brand. Now, I got some few choice words about him, but I'm not going to talk about that. Started out. McDonald's started out as just one like burger stand, truthfully. And, you know, they were selling all these items on the menu, then they cut the menu back down. And then they went to burgers and fries and tried to make it a friendly, family type of atmosphere for everybody to come out and eat McDonald's and stuff like that. So this guy, Ray Kroc, it was two guys by the name, the McDonald brothers. They're two brothers, and they formulated this idea, and they looked at the processing of making a burger in like 30 seconds to get it out the door. And they took all the trays and stuff away, and they gave it to them in paper bags so people can throw the wrappers away right after they ate. So they had a process to McDonald's. So the biggest thing about McDonald's was the process for one, and then the other thing was when Ray Kroc came in, he saw a vision. He had a vision. He was like, man, we can expand this thing. We can franchise this thing. And they was like, no, thank you. They really didn't want to do it. They pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And then, you know, one of the brothers was like, I think he has a great idea. We need to go with expansion. And so this is where they made their money. And I have a point to this story. So McDonald's made their money off of buying the land. It wasn't about really the McDonald's. It was about the land. They would buy land in very populated areas. And then McDonald's brand started taking off, you know, the golden arches and everything like that. So this is the thing I will tell you. The two McDonald's brothers' vision was not big enough to get the McDonald's we have today. If they decided not to do anything, their brand would have probably still been in that small town, San Bernardino, out there in California, doing, you know, the burger stands. And they probably would have gotten maybe bought out by somebody or another brand like, you know, a Burger King would have came along. But McDonald's started it all. The McDonald's brothers started it all. But Ray Kroc took it to a whole nother level because they allowed somebody to come in, and all he did was cultivate a bigger vision. And so when I say that, I'm telling you that by yourself. You can't do it by yourself. You have to allow somebody to come into your world and cultivate you and give you a bigger vision of what you can see right now, or it's not going to work. I'm just telling you what I know, family. It's not going to work for you. And I bring that up because I want everybody to be successful, but I want everybody to be humble to say, okay, I have to do something different, and I can't do it by myself. Let me find the expert out there that can help me to get to the next goal. So I mentor a lot of people, but I tell people, you know, honestly, I can only take you as far as I've gone. After that point, you're going to have to find somebody else. So anything that I've done, I can show anybody 100% of how I did it, and then after that point, it's like, okay, you're going to have to find another mentor that can take you another step further, another step further, another step further. And that's what I didn't do that for a long time. I'm telling you about my life. I didn't do that for a long time, slowed it. And that's when everything exploded for me. And it was just an amazing thing that happens in your life when you allow somebody to come in and tap into you and show you something that you have inside you, but you can't pull it out. That's the biggest thing that happened to me, and I see that happening with people that I work with. And it's amazing when you see people that have it, and then it's sad when I see people that have it and they haven't tapped into it yet. They just haven't tapped into it yet. And it's sad because I see it, and it's like, man, you're so close to opening up everything in your whole world, changing your whole lifestyle, changing your kids' lifestyle, but you choose not to for some reason. And, you know, it's not for me to dictate, you know, what they're going to do. But all you can do is give what you can give, and then you keep moving from there. So I bring all that up. You know, I just wanted to take this a couple different ways because we give out all this information every week. Every week it's boom, boom, boom. Just hitting people upside the head with all this information. But it's a lot of people are not utilizing it or taking action, and a lot of people are waiting for that perfect thing. And I know people out there right now who have a story that if I got them on the line, the story that they would tell you about their lives, you would grab tissue and everybody will be crying on the phone right now because of the story of their lifestyle. And their lifestyle can help so many people. They can help so many people, but they choose not to tell it because they think they're still writing their story, which we're all still writing our story until we're in the grave. So your story will never be complete until you lay down. And the sad part is a lot of people are laying down without having written a single sentence. Not good. You have to write where you are. Write everything about where you are right now. That's the best you can do. And have a series. This can be part one. And then you got next part two is coming, 5 years from now. I don't know. But you have to give what you have to give. I see a lot of the elderly people who have so much knowledge, and they're dying off, and they're dying with all that knowledge. They're taking it to the wealthiest place in the world, which is the grave. Because everybody has all this information that's laying down in the grave, but we can't receive that information and do anything with it because they've given up all the tools, and then they go see, go up there, and it's like, okay, well, you didn't use all the tools I gave you. And it's sad to say, but that's just what happens to a lot of people. We're not utilizing our tools, and we're wondering why we can't get further, why you're stuck, why people living paycheck to paycheck. It's a vicious cycle that when we're born, a lot of us start out on the ground floor. And we start out on the ground floor because, I'm just going to throw it out there, our parents haven't done what they were supposed to do to make sure we don't have to start out on the ground floor. And their parents didn't do what they were supposed to do. But as a parent, you can only do so much, and your kids got to step up and do. If you put everything in their hands, they have to step up to complete everything. Some will and some won't. But if you put the tools out there, that's all you can do. That's all you can do, and then you go from there and you move forward. And you look at life differently when you get to that point. I know a lot of us do this. We look at people that's our same age, and we're like, why are they progressing and I'm not? Why am I stuck and they're, going on tour? Why are they at this point in their lives and I'm still working a 9 to 5, making $8 an hour? Do wrong. And the thing I look at, you look at that guy from KFC, Colonel Sanders. He didn't start out till he was very late in age, and I want to go with his late 50s, and he started out very late in trying to go after his dream. But now you see KFCs all over the world, and I say all over the world because I've been all over the world, and I see KFCs and McDonald's all over the world. So it's totally a game changer, but they didn't take the first no. I think he probably got over like 2-3 years of no's. Everybody telling him no, no, no. Just like the same thing with McDonald's, they kept getting told no, no, no. And the sad part is I see people who could have bought in at McDonald's when it first started and said, nope, don't look like it's going to do anything. You're crazy. They told the guy he was crazy, and they sent him on his way. And he kept going, and he kept going. And you have to be relentless to a point that you don't care who laughs at you, who does anything. People laughed at me too. What are you doing? People laughed in my face, like literally. So now I get up when I'm done sleeping, and I'm never going to sugarcoat that because I bust my behind to get where I am, and I'm still working hard to move forward because I still have those 4 generations I have to take care of. That's the goal. And a lot of people don't get that, and it's never about the money. Don't get it twisted. It's never about the money. It's always about the freedom. You want the freedom to do whatever you want to do. Choose. Make sure you have a choice to where if you want to sit in the house today or next week or for a month, you don't have to ask permission. You can just do it, and you just do it just because you want to. Now, I will tell you, being an entrepreneur is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I've been to war. I've done a lot of things that were very tough. I've been, all over the world, but the hardest part was being an entrepreneur because no one is telling you that you have to get up and you have to do something. You choose. You make a choice to say, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make it, and it's going to happen, period. And I do that every day. It's not like it's forced because I want to, because I love jumping out of bed and saying, okay, what is on the agenda today, which I have already written out, my goals and my agenda. But, what's on the agenda today? And the best thing is if I want to change it, I can. If I want to change it, I can. So this week for me is today's Monday, and it's raining, and I don't like to go out in the rain, especially in the morning when everybody's out there racing and, cars are everywhere. I try to limit going out into the rain on days like that because it's just too much going on. So I can work really from my cell phone. I can work from my computer, and I can work from where I want to work from. Sometimes it's Starbucks. Sometimes I say put yourself in a position so you can do what you want to do and get your time back and make memories. That's the best thing we can offer our kids. Our kids don't want nothing but time. A lot of people say they want money, but, I can guarantee they want nothing but time. It's all about time with them. You can have a lot of money and still, your kids can be miserable. And you can be broke and your kids be miserable also. But the best thing you can do is be there, show up. And a lot of people can't show up because of the jobs that they have, the careers that they have. But it's give and take. Some things you will have to miss, especially if you're going for your, in business, you're doing business deals and stuff like that. Some things you will have to miss because if you missing that is going to help your family out in the long run, then you have to kind of gauge, what am I going to do? Am I going to miss this event, but then I can make up for it later to where I have 100% of my time and I can always be there and never miss anything else? Or am I missing this event to go to a concert or, stuff like that? So I think it's truly, truly, truly a huge difference in what we do. And like I said before, I know this was a different type of call. I was going to go down the real estate road, down the nonprofit road, down the business credit road. But I said, no, let me give people some up close and personal stuff because I want you to understand that you must and you need to take action. When you turn things into a must, when you turn things into a need, that's when your life can change. I will tell you because I'm living proof of everything that's happening and everything that God is allowing to happen in my life. And it's like something that, I pitch myself sometimes and say, I don't believe I'm in this place, but I don't feel I've done much. I've just, I've followed what mentors have told me to do. And it's a blessing to see everything come out to fruition because you sit there and if you're on the journey like I am as being an entrepreneur, you're going to find some dark days. You're like, man, is this really going to work? And then you just got to believe and then keep pushing and keep working, but you have to take action. So I want to thank Ms. Kimmy Robinson for Elation Magazine, Elation Radio, and soon to be Elation TV. This is your favorite entrepreneur, Charles McCutchen, and I'm going to keep hitting y'all over and over and over with the great information. I'm going to keep bringing up people that can make an impact in your world. But the only thing I want you to do is take massive action, find a mentor, and never stop going for your dream. My word, I hope you can dig it. I'm going to go ahead and sign out. God bless all of y'all. Y'all take it easy.
Shout out D on the track, Paint Music Media. Shout out DJ Lee Productions, and I'm Al Ken. But if you a game changer, got my head, my grind don't hide. Win, lose, or draw, I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 I'm full court press, I pledge allegiance to the best. Ain't nothing left to give it that reverence that the Father gets. So every day I work the sweat, can get a flesh, another rest. They say go hard or go home. I say just do whatever's best. It's evident I'm blessed and I work like it. Fight like a Viking, fight like a lichen. The difference is I like it, so I shine like I'm lightning. So I'm going head to head with certain depth. Who you liking? Yeah. So it's time for coach to put me in. I'm strapping on my shoulder pads, lacing up my cleats, and then I'm gone with the wind. Like I'm gone in 60 seconds. You can't hold me, you can't check me, check
got the memo, check the message running through. Like I'm baddest, I'm trucking whoever standing in my way. Ain't no way you gon' stop me, you better off to let me in. Cause I go hard, even though they say no way that I could win. Like I'm Brett Ford, I'ma ride this way, my head to the sky. My grind don't hide, win, lose, the drought. I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 Yeah, I told you once before, my God came to change the game. Different outlook on to life, a different way to play the lane. Now my rushing yours is skyrocketing. Now I'm so insane. For the kingdom building, now my shot it cannot be contained. So I'm gon' pray for change for myself and then what I can. I don't need no euros or no pesos or no money grams. Shout out to Wado, cause I know that he gon' play this fam. The FCA sports camp, game changer, summer jam. I don't need 100 grand to tell them that they need the lamb. It's heaven, it's just who I am. Al Kim, this where I stand. Man, I'm gon' play the fist. It's so deep to turn it quick. It's like I'm out from the trap to turn around, get back in it. Never that's so insane. It's evident your book they chain. Like I'm Jack Johnson, the same year he changed his name. So I sacrifice my life for the cause just to win. And if you a game changer, let me see my head to the sky. My grind don't hide. Win, lose, the drought. I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 Now put me in, coach. 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 I'ma go hard.
I'ma go hard. I'ma go hard. I'ma go hard.
Cause I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a